It was a crisp autumn morning in New York City, the kind of day when the golden leaves painted sidewalks like a moving canvas. On the front steps of Macmillan Enterprises, one of the largest real estate companies in the city, a janitor named Evelyn Carter was quietly sweeping the front yard. Evelyn was a 42-year-old single mother of 2 teenagers. Her uniform was neatly pressed, her hair tied back, and though her job was humble, she carried herself with quiet dignity. She believed that every space she cleaned represented her character, and her father's words always echoed in her heart. Do your work honestly, even if no one is watching. As Evelyn pushed her broom along the front walkway, a sudden sound startled her. Just a few feet away, a pregnant woman collapsed onto the pavement, clutching her belly in pain. Her face twisted with agony as she gasped for breath. Evelyn froze for half a second, panic rising in her chest. Her mind raced. What do I do? Should I call someone? Should I shout for help? She looked around desperately. People walked by, but no one stopped. Cars rushed past, but no one pulled over. Oh God, Evelyn whispered to herself. I can't leave my post, but I can't just let her suffer either. Her hands trembled, but her heart made the decision before her mind did. She dropped her broom, rushed over, and gently lifted the woman's head. Ma'am, stay with me. You're going to be okay. The woman groaned, tears forming in her eyes. Evelyn looked up at the busy street and did the unthinkable. She stepped into the road, waving her arms frantically until a yellow taxi screeched to a halt. Hospital, please. Fast, she shouted as she helped the driver lift the pregnant woman into the back seat. The taxi driver nodded and hit the gas. Evelyn climbed in, holding the woman's hand the entire way. What Evelyn didn't know was that from his corner office window on the 10th floor, Mr. Charles Macmillan, the CEO, had been watching the entire scene. Charles was in his early 60s, a man known for his sharp business acumen, but also for his deep respect for integrity and values. He leaned back in his chair, a small smile tugging at the corners of his lips. That janitor, he muttered to himself. Such people are the real backbone of this company. Later that day, Charles summoned Evelyn's direct supervisor, Mr. Randall Green, a man in his mid-40s who had been working at the company for years. Randall had a reputation for being strict, but underneath that exterior was a bitter man who resented anyone else being recognized above him. Randall, the CEO said, handing him a thick envelope, I saw what Evelyn did today. She showed humanity, courage, and the kind of values we want our company to stand for. Give her this. Consider it a reward from me. Randall took the envelope, his lips curling in a forced smile. Of course, sir. I'll make sure she gets it. But the moment he stepped out of the office, his smile faded. He weighed the envelope in his hand and sneered. Inside was a thick stack of $100 bills. His mind turned bitter. Values. What a joke. I've been busting my back here for years, and no one ever handed me free money for doing my job. Why should a janitor get rewarded for simply being in the right place at the right time? Without hesitation, Randall stuffed the money into his briefcase. Evelyn would never know. For days later, life went on. Evelyn continued sweeping floors, scrubbing tiles, and cleaning glass doors like she always did. But one evening, as Charles Macmillan was leaving the building, he overheard a faint sound near the corner of the lobby. He stopped. It was Evelyn, hunched over in her uniform, clutching her phone and crying softly. Her voice was trembling. Darling, I don't know how much longer you'll be in the hospital. My salary is really small. Should I take a loan? I'll find a way. Please don't worry. Charles froze. His brows furrowed. What does she mean? He walked over. Evelyn, he said gently. Startled, she quickly wiped her tears and stood up, bowing nervously. Sir, how much is your salary? Charles asked. Her voice was barely a whisper. $2,000 a month, sir. Charles's eyes widened. What? That can't be right. I sign off $8,000 monthly for your position. Evelyn's face paled. 8,000. Sir, I only received 2. His jaw tightened. Anger surged in his chest. Did you at least receive the reward I sent for you? Her eyes filled with confusion. Reward, sir? No, I don't know what you mean. Charles's voice grew sharp. Randall, he thundered, pulling out his phone. Within minutes, Randall appeared, his smug expression faltering when he saw the CEO's cold stare. How much do you pay this lady? Charles asked, his voice like steel. Randall stammered. Sir, she receives her salary on time. That was not the question. Charles snapped. Randall's palms grew sweaty. Sir, please let me explain. She abandoned her post the other day. I deducted some pay. She doesn't deserve extra rewards when she neglects her duties. Charles's eyes burned with fury. He stepped forward. Neglect? She saved a pregnant woman's life. She showed courage when others walked by. And you, his voice trembled with rage, you stole from her. You are a disgrace to this company. Randall opened his mouth to protest, but Charles cut him off. You're fired. Effective immediately. And you will return every single dime you stole from her. Every single dime. Randall's face drained of color. He tried to plead, but security was already called. Charles turned to Evelyn, his voice softening. I'm sorry you went through this. From now on, your full salary will reach you directly. No more middlemen. Tears streamed down Evelyn's cheeks, but this time they weren't tears of despair. They were tears of relief. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, she whispered. Charles patted her shoulder. No, Evelyn. Thank you for reminding us what real values look like. Sometimes, the most humble people in our society carry the strongest values. Evelyn didn't think twice about her job security or rules. She chose humanity first. And while corruption may try to silence good deeds, truth has a way of shining through. Drop a heart if you believe the boss did the right thing.